Welcome, ladies, to our second tutorial in the Crochet Along with Friends Crocheting Together and More group in Ravelry. You can see here the first granny square that we did was this simple, solid granny square. Everyone's done this and you did really great with it, and it really was simple, wasn't it? So today we are going to conquer the classic granny square, or as I'm going to rename it, the classic, even you can do it, granny square. It's really not that hard. Some of the ladies in our group said they just couldn't understand how to do that granny square. It just didn't click in their mind. So I said, I can teach you. I promise I can teach you. Yikes. So now I'm making do on my promise. Let's get to it. We're going to start it just like we started the other classic granny square. The pattern actually calls for 6 chains and then a slip stitch. I'm going to do 4 so you can still see the center of our ring. However, if you like the wider center, you can do 6. If you don't like centers at all, you can do your magic ring, okay? So let's put our starting loop on here. Pull that. And we're going to be burying our tail the same way we did with the solid granny square. So let's go ahead and make our chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And stick our hook into the first chain. Grab the bottom of it and pull it through. That way you can see your little hole right there in the ring that we're going to chain through. Now this granny square is made up of shells. Those are 3 double crochets in 1 stitch or 1 chain. We're going to be making 3 double crochets, and our corner stitches will be chain 2s. It's very, very simple. Now, let's go ahead and start with a chain 3, which will count as our double crochet. I taught you the fake double crochet, or as I call it, faux double crochet in the last video, and we'll be doing that again in this one too. But for now, we're going to start with our chain 3, then do a 1DC double crochet, and 1 more double crochet. Okay, so we have 3 stitches. What this is going to count as double crochet. 1, 2, 3. That's our first shell. So now we're going to make a chain 2, which is going to be our corner. And after I make the next set of double crochets, I'm going to put a marker in there. Okay, let's go. 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3 into our little ring. Actually, I'm not going to mark it because you can see right there. That's our corner. Okay, so this is the first side. This is the second side. We're going to make 2 more chains for our second corner. Like on this simple solid granny square, we made a treble in that corner. Now we're making chain 2s. So we need to make 3 more double crochets for our next side. 1, and we're going to bury our stitch. Should have started this before. So when I bury my tail, not stitch, I start the double crochet. I don't think I have that on there right, sorry. I start the double crochet as usual, and bring that yarn over, go through 2, and right there I flip my tail over top and bring it back under, and then finish my double crochet. It helps to lock that in a little tighter. Then I go over the tail as normal, our second double crochet, And the third double crochet, I'm going to yarn over, go through 2, flip that tail around there, bring it through, and there we have 3 more. So now we're ready for 1, 2, our third corner, chain 2. We're going to make 3 more double crochets. That'll be our last side. Go. Start our 1 double crochet. I'm going to flip this tail back over and finish that double crochet. And work 1 more double crochet over top of my tail. And on this one, I'm going to flip it back over. And third double crochet, we're going to flip that over. And I'm just going to leave him back there. So you can see we need 1 more set of 2 chain 2s for our last corner. And we're going to slip stitch into the top of our chain 3. On the last video, I showed you how to find the top of your chain 3. You look at your stitches. The first regular stitch that you did, right there's the top, so you know the top of the chain 3 is right beside it. So let's go under there. Make sure you go under 2 loops to keep it nice and strong. Pull it through and through your loop. And there you have round 1 of your classic granny square. That was easy, wasn't it? You doing good? Absolutely. So go ahead and post in the comments on our crochet group how your first round went, and we'll start back. Okay, let's continue with round 2. This is our classic, yes, you can do it, granny square. So now we want to start over in our corner. So we're going to do 2 slip stitches here and a slip stitch in our corner. So we start off by slip stitching into our, not into the chain 1 because we slipped, let me do that back up here. So we slip stitched into our chain to join. Now we're going to slip stitch into this, the first regular double crochet, and bring it through both loops. We'll slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space. Okay, now in our chain 2s from here on out, we're going to be doing 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets, and those double crochets are going to be our shell stitches. So it will be 3, 2, 3. And we're going to count them. I like to do a little mantra, as I say, to keep track of my stitches. So the first one, we're going to do our chain 3, and I'll teach you the faux double crochet on the next round. 1, 2, 3. So we have our first chain 3, which counts as a DC. Make 2 more DCs. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, and double 1, yarn over, put it into our chain 2 space, yarn over and through, double 2. Actually, I should have said 3 because now we have our 3 stitches. Now we're going to chain 2, and this is going to be our corner for the next round. Now we want to put 3 more double crochets in this loop. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, 3 double crochet. So let's keep going. This will be our 4th one. So double 4, double 5, double 6. If it's easier for you to just do 3 and don't do it as 3 more, that's fine. Now, each corner is going to have these 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. And in between, we're going to put a chain. Next round, we'll be working shells into that chain. For now, just one chain, and we're going to skip all these and go over to our next chain 2, okay? So in our next corner, we're going to be doing 3 double crochets, 2 chain, 3 doubles. Let's go. And double 1, double 2, and double 3. Make 2 chains and continue in that same, you might have to squish them in there a little bit, that same chain 2, 3 more double crochets, double 1, double 2, double 3. And we just made our second round. See? Isn't that pretty? All we're doing is putting 1 chain in between, and we're working into our 2 chain 2 corners. So just 1 chain and do 3 more doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles. Let's go. So double 1, double 2, double 3. Now we make our chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more doubles. Double 1, double 2, and double 3. See that? Don't forget to make your chain 1. And we have 1 more corner to finish up. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets in our last corner. Let's go. This is easy, isn't it? You can do it. I know you can. Okay, let's go. Double 1, double 2, and double 3. Make our chain 2, 1, 2. Push them over and make 3 more. Double 1, double 2, double 3. And we finished our last corner. Look at that. Isn't that looking like a granny square? What do we do now? Well, don't forget to put your chain 1 before you attach it. Chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch back into the top of our chain 3. Find the top of our first double crochet, and we know our chain, top of our chain is right beside it. Stick our crochet hook in there and pull it through both loops. Look, you just made round 2 of your granny's classic granny square, and it's really looking like a granny square, isn't it? Aren't you excited? It's so easy. All we have to remember to do is make our slip stitches till we get over to the corner. That's how we're going to start every round. So let's go. We already slip stitched into this one when we joined, so let's slip stitch into the next double crochet. You'll be doing 2 slip stitches in the double crochets. I mean, not 1 slip stitch in each 2 of these 2 doubles, okay? Slip stitch into the ring. And now we're ready to make our corners. And you remember our corners are 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 doubles. Now this round, I'm going to show you the fake or faux double crochet stitch. It's basically 2 single crochets, one on top of the other. So put our hook in, draw a loop through like we're making a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we're going to insert our hook into this left loop or bar as it's going, it's vertical, going straight up and down there. It's the one on the far left. Put your hook into there. Okay, so we made our single crochet. We're going to put our hook into that left up and down loop, yarn over and pull it through. We have 2 loops on our hook, just like a single crochet, and pull that one through. So that's a little bit fat, but it's better than the chain 3 because it doesn't leave gaps in it. So let's make 2 more double crochets, double 2 and double 3, chain 2, double 3 more double crochets, double 1, and I'm going to do these a little bit faster this time, double 2 and double 3, and don't forget to put your chain 1. Okay, now here's our next corner, but we need to work in this chain 1 that we put right there in between. So in right here in this chain 1, we're going to make a shell stitch, which is basically just 3 double crochets. So inside this chain 1 space, not directly in the chain, just in this space, we're going to make 3 double crochets. You ready? Double 1, double 2, and double 3. And don't forget to make a chain 1. Whenever you make your side double crochets, you need a chain 1 in between. Now we get to go to our next corner and make 3 doubles, 2 chains, and 3 doubles. Double 1, double 2, double 3, 2 chains, and 3 more doubles. Double 1, double 2, and double 3. And don't forget to make your chain 1. So now here we have our other corner, but we have the chain 1 in between. So let's make a shell stitch, which is basically 3 chains, 3 double crochets, I'm sorry, 3 double crochets in our chain 1. Okay, double 1, double 2, double 3. And don't forget to put your chain 1 before and after these stitches. Now we're at our next corner. And the corners, you know, are 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Okay. 1 double crochet, or let me get back to my mantra. Double 2 and double 3. Chain 1, chain 2. Double 1. I need to pull out some yarn here. Excuse me. There we go. And I made 1, so I need to make 2 more. Double 2. Whoops, that loop got kind of big. I'm going to redo him. I don't like big loops. Okay. Double 2 and double 3. So there we have our 3 doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles in our corner. Don't forget our chain 1. Here's our next corner. We have the chain 1 in between, 3 double crochets in there. Double 1, double 2, and double 3. And don't forget your chain 1. And now we have our last corner stitch. 3 DCs, 2 chains, 3 DCs, or double crochets. Double 1, double 2, double 3, chain 2, and 3 more in there. 1, double two, and double. Whoops, I missed him. Do it again. Double three, and don't forget your chain one. So we have one more chain one space to do. We'll put our 3 double crochets in there. Double one, double two, and double three. And don't forget your chain one. Then go over and slip stitch to either the top of your chain 3 if you're still using that method, or the top of our faux double crochet. Look at that. We just did round 3 of our classic, yes you can do it, granny square. How are you doing? Don't forget to post in the group. And we'll get back to our last round. Okay, we are at our 4th and final round of our classic, yes, you can do it, granny square. How are you doing so far? Are you catching on? I bet you are. You're thinking, oh wow, I didn't know it was this easy. All you have to remember is when you're going to start your whenever after the first row, we're going to slip stitch to our corner, okay? So just slip stitch in those 2 double crochets and slip stitch into our corner. And our corners get 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. And again, you can use a chain 3, but here's how to do that faux double crochet again. We're going to do a single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2 loops. And we're going to work in this vertical, the left vertical bar there. We're going to put our hook into that left vertical bar, yarn over and pull it through like we're making another single crochet, yarn over and pull through. And that makes our faux DC, double crochet. So that's 1. We need 2 more. Double 1 and double 2, chain 2, and 3 more in there. Double 1, double 2, and double 3. And there we did our first corner, just like we did before. 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Now in this round, you can see we have 2 chain 1 spaces. We're going to work on the same as we did. We're going to 3 double crochets. Make sure we put a chain 1 before and after them. So let's make a chain 1. These are our shell stitches, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget to put a chain in between, and we'll do our next chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3. And don't forget your chain 1. Now we're up to our corner. You already know how to work those. 3, 2, 3. So let's keep moving. 3 double crochets, double 1, double 2, double 3, chain 1, chain 2, double 1, double 2, and double 3. And there's our corner. Now we have to do a chain 1 before we do our shell here. A shell into the chain 1, which is 3 double crochets, double 1, double 2, and double 3 and chain 1, 3 double crochets in our next chain 1, 1 double, double, whoops, 2 and double 3, and don't forget your chain 1. And look, we're up to our next corner. We've got those corner stitches down pat by now, right? 3 doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're working into our chain 1s, chain 1, and we'll continue to do 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1. Always put that chain 1 in between. Work this corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. Since this is one of those blocks that you all said you had a little bit of trouble with, hopefully right by now you're really catching on, I'm going to go ahead and not forward ahead, but I'll just go ahead and do these with you. So 1 crochet, 2, 3 makes our shell, and we chain 1 and do the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, and chain 1, and we're getting ready to do our next corner. Chain double crochet 3, so 1 and 2 and 3, 2 chains, 1, 2, 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And there we have our next corner. We only have 2 more chain 1s to work, so let's make 3 double crochets. Oh, I forgot my chain 1 in between. Don't forget your chain 1. Okay, 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and look, we're at the end of our square. So let's join to our faux DC or the top of your chain 3 if that's what you're doing. Or actually on this round, we're not going to join because this is our last round. So we'll do our invisible join. How did you do on that? I can't wait to hear in the comments. Isn't that so pretty? And you're going to want to block these, which means simply wetting them down, pulling the ends out, and pinning out the ends down to a foam board or something else that you have to make it nice and square. Let's do the invisible join. So we're going to pull this yarn up and cut it off. And pull the rest of the yarn through there so we only have our tail. So we just simply tighten that up a little bit. Now we're going to turn our double crochet over to the back. Actually, we're not going to turn it over to the back. We're going to just turn it around so that the top is facing you. Okay? So it was here. That's where we stopped at. And then we're going to turn it around so that the top is facing you and just flip it up. You see that first stitch there? It's going to be the top of your chain 3 or the top of your faux double crochet, whichever one you did. You want to insert your hook from the back of your work through both loops in that stitch or your chain. Now now take the little tail and yarn over and pull them through that first stitch, and you can see one little thread there. Now let's find the very last stitch that we did right here, and we're only going through this one loop of that back stitch, which facing us is front loop, but it would have been the back loop. Never mind, just this is a back side. We're going to take that first loop right there, put our hook up through there. Let's grab our tail, yarn it over and pull it through that loop. And it looks like a regular stitch right there. See it from the front and from the back. We have a big tail, so I usually just put it on a needle and thread it through. And when I come back, I skip one and put the needle down through the other way, catching some of the fibers of the yarn, going through some of those fibers to keep it nice and tight. And that's all you do. That's the classic granny square. And yes, you did it. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Post back in the comments of our group. Let me know how you did.